Yes, good boy. And then right back.
Yeah, he understands, so like, oh, food, I'll sit for food.
Yes. Off. And is the jumping something you want to work on?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Good boy. Up. I know. So he gets himself so worked up. Does he do that a lot? Where he almost like throws up?
He does throw up.
He does?
Yeah, he does throw up.
Oh
like,
my goodness.
we went to the vet for his 1 year, and he got so worked up that the first thing he did was
like he was
throw
excited
up.
at the vet, or he was
like
nervous?
excited.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Self-control is the biggest thing, right?
Yeah, self-control for sure.
Distractions outside, right?
Yeah.
Or can you just tell me a little bit about what exactly?
I mean, distractions, I guess, in general, like people coming here, or anybody that's not my direct, like not my direct family. And like whenever we're outside, if it's like
Are you tired out now?
a person, a dog,
so cute.
something moving.
Okay.
He like wants to kind of interact with it, play with it. And he definitely wants to jump and be a part of everything.
Okay. Yeah.
So he jumps up on people, on other dogs, which has caused issues. Yeah, he's super friendly, really wants to be every dog's friend, but he doesn't understand that not every dog wants to be jumped up on.
Right.
And so that's how he approaches them, and then it can get a little weird.
A controlled introduction will totally prevent him from doing that. Because when he sees that other dog over there, he's like, oh my God, I'm so excited to get to him. He has no self-control when he gets to him, so he's like, I gotta jump on it to let him know I'm here, you know, especially if it's like a big dog. It's like, hey, I wanna play. Most people are just like, just go already, go say hi, you know, because it's just easier. But then he'll never learn to like, control himself. Yeah, so just putting in that work is so worth it to make the rest of your life enjoyable. And then how is he on walks? Is he a puller?
He's a puller. Okay. Yeah. He's better when it's just like our morning walk, evening walk, the things we do every day consistently. But if I take him somewhere new that's not like our routine, he's just like gotta check everything out, pulling, and he's really strong.
Yeah, I mean,
he's really strong.
And I always say, if you can teach your dog one thing ever, it should be to focus on you. Because if he's focusing on you, you can get him to do anything, you can prevent him from doing anything. Focus is so huge and it's so overlooked. You know, a lot of people too will be like, oh, my dog does every trick, you know, sit, but the dog's sitting and then looking out at every, you know, it's like, who cares if your dog's sitting if his focus isn't on you.
He sits for food. But that's like the only thing he actually does. Sit for food.
Okay, good. Well, we'll get a good base of just everything. Like this will definitely give us enough to, and you'll have so much to work on. This will be so awesome. My golden rules of training just sets the dog up for like breaking stubbornness from the start, getting him to listen to you. They're very simple, but again, just with everything that we do, sit. Patience is like the most important thing.
Okay.
Yes. Good job. The first thing, and this is going to be huge for him for just getting his focus all the time, is that you should only ever say his name positively.
Okay.
So when you do have to tell him no, you don't want to use his name.
Okay.
And the reason for that is because, I mean, this is going to help you with everything you do, for recall, for just getting his focus, because ultimately his name is going to be a command to focus. So you want that quick response and quick look no matter what. He's off leash somewhere, there's another dog, a squirrel, something you don't want him going to, and you call his name, and sometimes it's a negative thing. He's gonna look at you and think, am I in trouble? Is this a good thing? Not gonna chance it, I'm gonna go here. So you wanted him to know, like, him hear his name and it means a treat, a reward, no matter what. Treats, treats, treats during the beginning stage of training. Naturally, his focus is going to be elsewhere. You know, it's going to be everywhere but you. And unfortunately, we are typically not enough to switch a dog's natural focus. So using treats to switch that, hey, over here, as many treats as that takes, you know, to switch that focus. And then we'll slowly wean off of the treats, and we'll talk about how we do that. When you want to say his name negatively, because it's just human nature to do that, you know, it's going to be much more effective if you switch and say his name positive. And people are so surprised at how instantly the dog responds to that. I was just working with a dog that he nonstop was going and trying to bite a leaf over here, and the owner,
that's him.
Yeah, so I use it interchangeably with like a leave it command. I ultimately utilize that name. Once you have a really good base of that response, you can use it for anything to grab his focus. So when River kept going to the leaf, the owner was like, River, no. Of course he went right to it, you know?
Yeah.
But when I was saying, River, he stopped halfway, sit, yes, and turned around. And she's like, well, you're magic. And I'm like, no, it's just what he knows of my voice and his name is positive, you know? When he does respond to his name, praise him for that. Brings me to my next golden rule is to not overlook when he is behaving.
Okay.
So positive reinforcement is all about praising him for the behaviors that you do want. And it sounds very simple, you know, but a lot of times it's overlooked because we tend to feed into the negative behaviors. So like when he does respond to his name, at this age, we're just like, okay, good, he looked. And you don't tell him, like, good boy, like, that's what I wanted you to do. If he's chewing on, you know, your shoe, you're very quick to let him know. When he does go and grab a chew toy, it's like, oh, thank goodness, he's chewing on that. If you guys are out to eat somewhere, you're having a conversation with someone, you know, your boyfriend. If he's just chilling under the table, you almost probably forget that he's there, and it's just you continue to have your conversation, you know? But if he starts barking or jumping up on you, he's right, that does get our attention.
Yeah.
Sit. Yes. Down. Yes.
He chews weird stuff, like the rocking chair that's down here. If he bumps into it and it starts to move, he'll try and chew it.
Okay.
Or like the vacuum, if it's moving, he'll try and chew it. But he doesn't ever really kind of bite. It's almost like play with me type. And if I give him like his bone or a toy, he usually will refocus on that.
Okay, good. That leads me to my third golden rule, which is that redirection is key to shaping behavior. So exactly like the chewing, no, you can't chew on this, but this is what you can chew on. But with every bad behavior, there's a reason behind it. So there's a reason why he's chewing on shoes. Dogs forever have a need to chew. It's also a way to exert energy. So no, you can't chew on this, but this is what you can chew on. If you tell him, no, don't chew on that shoe, he'll probably stop when you're there because he can tell that you are upset and he's in trouble. The second you leave,
We'll go back to it.
he'll go right back to it because he's like, I still have this need, you know, what can I do? So the first thing is to make sure nobody is rewarding him when he is jumping up.
Okay.
So have you tried, what do you usually do?
I try to ignore it and walk away or tell him down. He does it at the table a lot or like on the sofa a lot, and I've had a really hard time. Like, he doesn't want to get down.
Yeah, there's some like in-depth exercises we'll do with the jumping. Totally.
I've been pretty unsuccessful with the jumping. And he jumped up on another person who had a toy, and he's really strong. And if you're not like bracing for it, he can really hurt you. And I felt so bad because he was on leash and he still did it.
Oh, and he just holding him on the leash?
Yeah, like was holding him on the leash, and he still managed to like be able to jump up on this man. And I was like, oh my gosh, like he just wasn't. He just was not concerned about what I wanted.
Unfortunately, a lot of people like out on the street, if you know, are like, oh, what a cutie Frenchie. And you're like, down, get off. And they're like, oh, it's fine, I don't care. And I'm like, well, I do care. That's why I just said off. The other thing is, though, that you have to redirect him to what's right. So just telling him off or down. The reason why he's jumping up is obviously because he's excited to see that person. He wants to say hi. He wants attention. So again, like with any bad behavior, think about why he's doing it. So you want to turn your body when he's jumping, just like I was kind of trying to do. And in the beginning, it might be 5 minutes of ignoring him completely first. And then once he's calming down a little bit, because you're right, when he's in that state, you can't tell him anything. So when he realizes I don't get any attention until I sit, it's going to get shorter and shorter and shorter. Sit. Yes. And then the yes is my clicker word that I'm using. So have you heard of clicker training?
Sort of.
When he jumps up first and then sits, and I have to redirect him to the sit, I still want to praise him for the sitting, so I'm using that clicker word of yes, or even good boy, whatever, just praise him for it. The only time he's going to get a treat is when he goes directly to the sit.
Okay.
Hi. Sit. Yes. Hi. Yes. Good boy. And ultimately, I mean, this is a new concept to him too. So usually I don't introduce like this advanced kind of thing until the dog has done a lot of redirection. So do a little bit of both. Like when you're working on this exercise, he only gets the treat, but otherwise when he's in that excited state and he does jump up first because he's just really excited to see, once he does sit, you can still give him that treat. It does click. You're like, when is it gonna click? But it will. If you're consistent about it, he's gonna think, I'm so excited to see her, but what do I do when I'm excited? I sit instead of jump. Yes. Yes, there you go. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So do that a lot. I think that's going to help a ton with him and really get it to click. Just redirecting him to the sit in general will be huge.
Okay.
Because if you're only telling him no and off, dogs are like, well, how do I get your attention? And should I jump higher at your face? Which he probably tries to do a little bit.
Yeah.
So no, you don't do this, but this is how you get my attention.
Okay.
And then pet him when he does sit. So what it is the little plastic device that you tell the dog to sit, he sits, you click the device and give him a treat. That's the beginning stage of training. So he pairs that clicking sound with a reward. It's essential to have that kind of transitional praise reward. I get calls all the time from people that are like, I did the treat training and now he only listens to me if I'm holding a treat. And that's because people try to quit the treats like cold turkey. Treats and the clicker word paired with everything. Yes and treat, yes and treat, yes and treat. The clicker word also helps with if you don't have a treat on you to still let him know he did the right thing.
Okay.
You know, so because I know that you're not always going to have a treat on you, but as often as you can, yes and treat. So if I tell him sit, yes. Most dogs, after they sit, really good. They'll either, if they don't get that treat right away, they'll jump at you like, I did it, hello. Or if you give them the treat right away, Baloo. They'll grab the treat and then go back to whatever they were doing.
He does that.
Yeah. So, go on. Yes! And I'll give him that one because he didn't fully jump on me, and you can see he'll start to do that, like jump up, and he caught himself. Like that was like a full jump up, but he like stopped himself from jumping on me, which was really good. You'll see him start to do like a half jump and catch himself, so you can see him trying to like control himself, so it's really good. What do you do for the treat? I know, I'm making you think. I'm making you think. Yes, good boy. Make sure that training is fun.
Okay.
You can kind of tell like when a dog is checking out. You know, it's like if you're doing an exercise, he did it 20 times all in a row, and then that next time he's like not wanting to do it. Forcing him to go beyond that, you're not really gonna get anywhere. But it is important too to just make sure that you follow through on that last one. So if you're working on something that's really hard, like a stay, like a more advanced thing, and just like even taking one step back ends up just being too hard for him, you know, people get so frustrated there because they're like, you just made it, 10 steps back, but he's checking out, he's like mentally done. So make him just do a sit, end on you winning ultimately, him listening to you, because you don't want to give in either, because dogs, if you do, you're like, oh, it's too hard for you, okay, we'll be done. Then dogs do like a fake checkout. Like they're really smart, they're like, oh, this is too hard, I can't do this. So end on like you winning, and then just call it a day, that you don't want to keep pushing. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
On average, a person repeats a command 3 to 5 times. You say sit, sit, did it after 2. But if he doesn't do it, it's just human nature to just keep saying it.
Okay.
And so if you say a command 5 times before he does it, the next time you command him to sit, he's gonna think, I don't have to sit until I'm told 5 times, or let's see if we can push it. See how many times she'll say it before she gives up. So it's super important to just let him know, I'm gonna say it once and I mean it after one time.
Okay.
There it is. Sit. Yes, I was trying to make you not do it. Let's see with down. Good boy. Down. So this is where, again, people would say, especially now.
He might be hot.
Yeah. Yes, good boy. Okay, we'll talk about how to get him to do that too.
Okay.
It's funny. If he was being extra stubborn, what you can do is go over to him, show him the treat, bring him to where you wanted him to come. Yes! Or if that didn't work, which I don't think it would ever not with him, but maybe if something were super distracting.
Yeah.
Last resort, go and leash him, bring him to the spot. Yes, good boy. So as long as you're following through with it. Command once. Baloo, come. Yes. Okay, now you'll call him.
Baloo, come.
All the way.
All the way. Baloo. Oh, what's that?
Now do that. And you can kind of, now it's at the point where you can, oh, there we go. Yes. Good job.
Oh.
I want him to come all the way. I'll make him. Okay, call him right now.
Baloo, come.
Good. Yes.
Yes.
Because right now he's like, show me what you got first.
Yeah, totally. Good
Yes, good. And what we'll do next time too is a total, just like a routine of what he should do instead of running to the door.
Okay.
Because when he runs to the door, he's getting himself really excited.
It's like, where's she going? Where'd she go? Oh, Baloo, come. Baloo.
Okay.
Come. Baloo.
Yes. So he doesn't get to say hi to me until he completely calms down. Obviously, he's not in his excited state.
Baloo.
And you can show him what you have. You can always kind of go up to his nose and bring him over. Yes. Can I get him to sit now that you have his focus?
Sit.
Hi.
Baloo.
Listen him up.
Yes.
Hi.
Good boy.
And then you don't want to let him go say hi until his focus stops shifting back to me. So
Okay.
keep redirecting him back. That's totally fine.
Yes.
And still,
Baloo.
oh good, that's good. Shifting back to you a little bit more.
Yes.
There, like after you give him the treat and he's looking at you, that's exactly what you want.
Okay.
And it's not like grab the treat and then get to her, that his focus stayed on you.
Okay.
That's perfect. So call him back to you one more time.
Baloo, come. Yes. Sit. Yes.
And now you can give him the command, go say hi.
Go say hi.
Hi!
Go say hi.
Hi!
Good
boy, now jumping!
boy.
Yay! Hi! Good job! Good job, Mr. Man. Good job. That was really good, actually.